It is now the end of April. I'm continuing doing my one hike a month, getting ready for the summer, big summer ahead of camping and hiking all into one whip. So today is a practice at that. So I've got all my camping gear here, 13 kg worth. It's heavy, not really feeling it now yet, but when I just started. My gear in my bum bag here is about 2 kg. So you know, I'll definitely feel the pace after a while. But what hike am I doing? I'm actually doing 4 of the 100 highest mountains in Ireland. The order I'll be doing them in is Greenane, Galtymore, Lyracappul and Temple Hill. My plan is to camp. I'm going to overnight up here in the mountains. I'm hoping to get up to Greenane, over to Galtymore. I'd love to camp on top of Galtymore, but it's a bit rocky up there. Obviously I've been there before to know that. So I might have to push on a bit. It's a beautiful, gorgeous day at the end of April 2026. And I would love, more than anything, to see a beautiful sunset tonight and to get it recorded on this sole camera here. Right. So I'm about to turn off this road here now and follow my app that will take me up a mountain called Fabreaga and then on to Greenane. So, housekeeping activities. I can hear a dog here now, man. I hope this isn't a big yoke that's angry. So the housekeeping, where I parked my car, it is dropped on the side of the road, man. There is parking further on. There's a whole parking area for Lake Muskerry Trailhead. You could park there, but I'd be adding a good kilometre to the walk. Oh man, this bum bag is falling off and everything. I had a bit of problems with it there now since I got out of the car. Usual housekeeping, the car is thrown on the side of a road, but I will put a link for Google Maps as to where it is. There's a car there thrown on the side of a road, look at that. There's another car up here literally on the side of the road, by. The trail I'm creating will be in the description. Alright, nice little trail we have here. Lovely little trail. Very rocky and all that. So the update, it's about 3:30 in the afternoon. I'm way behind my schedule. I didn't mention it at the start of this video, but even though I'm hiking out for a good bit, I still haven't even gotten to the start of my planned hike. My hike is supposed to take about 8 hours of moving time, so that's not counting in breaks, which I do like to take a lot of. When I was planning this hike, and now this is a thumbs down for Outdoor Active, it's the only one I do use, but Outdoor Active made it look like this was drivable, so I thought I could drive to the start of my hike, but like, just have a quick look around, see how rocky and dippy all this is. Couldn't take a car here, plus I don't know if I could even have access here with a car, even if I had a 4-wheel drive, fucking, what's that fucking monster truck, the Grim Reaper. I don't think I could even access here anyway. So the bad news is I've been hiking for a good long, I say maybe an hour and 20. I had that spell right to go back to the car, that took a half hour. Add that on. I'm not even at the start of my planned hike yet. So these are all things that kind of knock you back, and you know, man makes plans and the gods smile. So they're fucking laughing at me right now. Unexpected river crossing. That wasn't unexpected, of course it wasn't. I seen it on my map. Yep. Oh. What's a good way to go here? That way, that way. I'll tell you what, we'll do all these poles in here. There we go. Brisket for the biscuit. I shall hear this way to go. Whoop. Yep. Yep. Alright. Yep. 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 Hey. Right, phew. So just there behind me is the woods. Thankfully I've come out of that woods, man. That was a disaster. When I went off trail, I'll explain more later, but I went off trail following the route in my app. The trail I followed had been deforested, so it must be managed by Quilty, you know, which is grand, you know. Quilty, they cut stuff down and replant it. But trying to climb over all the cut down stuff was deadly. I didn't film it because it was the thing that nearly killed me. Between that now, the hiking poles, the deforested bit, what was the other thing? Oh, you know what? Shut up. Here's the first hill of the day anyway. This is Fabreaga right ahead. Cesc Fabreaga himself. And then, just to point it out there, so here's Fabreaga here. Then going to go across this ridge up to, I think, about there maybe is Greenane. And then we can't see any more because of this hill here. But on over that way will be Galtee Mountains and Galtymore. And yeah, as I said, no, I'm going to do we're now at 3:30 in the day. I've been hiking for about an hour and a half. Just checked my app. I've only hiked 4 kilometers, but this really is the starting point of my hike. Bit disheartening that I'm an hour and a half behind schedule, but look, c'est la vie. The best laid plans of mice and men. Blah blah blah. Let's continue. I'm so happy I'm out of that woods that I'm motivated now to keep going, persevere. And look, there's a lovely little sheep there to keep me company. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Barbara. Barbara. Okay. So I came out of the woods there. Thank God I'm out of the woods. Tracked over here a bit and up to where I am now. And it's a hard slog coming up Fabreaga. I'm about halfway up it. So, as the path keeps going along here, if you fancy doing this thing this way, that path goes all the way up to Muskerry Lake Muskerry. So what you could do is take a little detour off the path, and you can see there's a nice little way to go up there. The way I'm doing it is I'm going all the way around this back way and around there, which seems like a lot of added effort. But if you went up this way here, Greenane, you have to go way back there for Greenane, and then double back on yourself to continue on to Galtee Mountains. Let me straighten it up. That's Galtee Mountains, that's Galtymore. And then what's the other one? Lyracappul, is it? And Temple Hill, they're the other side of Galtymore, so we'll see them tomorrow. We'll have a view of them tonight hopefully, but because tomorrow we'll be climbing them too. Right, very close to the top of Fabreaga now. So here's a nice view. I just turned around to see that I can see Lake Muskerry there. Beautiful. Galtymore and Galtee Mountains. So again, a little view of that. If you come up the trail there, you could scooch to the top of that ridge, up there and across to this point will be Greenane. But as I said, then you're doubling back. I've decided to come up around this way because that's nice and gentle all along there. Like I expect now, it's just gone 5 p.m. I reckon by 2 hours time I'll be ready to hit the top of Galtymore. Maybe 3 hours now to the top of Galtymore. And by 8 p.m. I'm going to look to pitch my tent. That's the crack. Whoa. Hello. This is the top of Fabreaga. I think it's 742 metres. It's not on the 100 highest list, but I'll stick in the spelling and the height of it there. Wow, man. This is beautiful. That was tough. It's not incredibly it's steep out, man. It's steep out, you know. It's a mountain, it's a hill. Whatever. It's my gear. I am in practice, in training for the summer for tough hikes. So I'm carrying about 15 kilos of extra weight. I know I was working it out, about 36 pounds of extra weight. That's a lot, boy. Remember Watched a documentary years ago about Navy SEALs, and that they do they go for I don't know, patrols, hikes or something, I don't know, wearing 40-pound backpacks, and at the time I was like, oh my god, how did they do that? So I'm not far off that today. Now it's getting, it's not noticeably getting lighter, but it is getting slightly lighter, which with every sip of water, with every bit of food, it's getting slightly lighter each time I stop and take a little break. It's not noticeable, it's still very, very heavy. And the electronics and stuff, I'll go through all that later on if the light stays with me. So this is it, the top of Fabreaga. Got a nice gentle walk now, hopefully, as I was saying there. I'll hopefully get to the top of Galtymore before I put up my tent. This big Greenane. I'm using this 360-degree camera, but something funny's after happening to it. If I rotate it so it's using the camera on the other side, you see there's a massive scratch on the lens. Don't know how that got there, you know. I don't think that was there this morning. And I haven't dropped it at any stage, and there's nothing, I just don't know how it got scratched. That's a pain in the behind. Speaking of pains in the behind. Speaking of pains in the behind, so I'm on top of Greenane. Where it is on the 100 highest list is there, and the height of it is there. And I'm fucking wrecked, man. I'm really struggling now. So I got this far. I will be continuing for as much as I'm comfortable with. I don't think Galtymore is going to be happening. Look, I have to stick with one camera for now because of that scratch. I'm stuck with that scratch now till I get home tomorrow. More about that in a sec. There's Galtymore way behind me. I don't think I'm going to get to Galtymore today. Starting to get very misty now. Starting to get a little bit chilly. The midges are coming out. Might just start setting up my tent when I get to the cairns. I think they call them the castles, I don't know. I think I saw on a OSI map one time that they were called the castles. And when I hiked it that time, I think someone said that. Right, so I'm going to push on. I think I'm going to camp halfway between Greenane and Galtymore at that place that I'm calling the castles. I don't know if that's what people call it. There, zoomed in, and in the centre of the picture is Galtymore. Look at that lovely sun rays coming through. Just covered in cloud on the top there is Galtymore. And let me put the camera down and I'll jump into the picture. Right. That'll hold it there now if the wind picks up. Now if the wind does pick up, I apologise about that, but I lost my microphones somewhere back along. Sad day for the parrot. So I'm going to camp here. I'm going to do a little video of my gear list, which will be an explanation of why my pack is so heavy. Might do it right here. I'm going to set up my tent there. That'll be the crack. And hopefully we get a sunset. I'm not very confident because, as you can see there with the Galtees, well, the Galtymore and Galtymore, it's getting quite cloudy. Light rain is forecast, but we'll see. Okay, gonna have a little look here at what's causing all the drama with all the weight. And again, if the wind becomes an issue, I apologise. Right, my backpack. I'm going to go through all the gear and see what's causing all this weight. Mist is coming in. Wow, look at that. It's a Jack Wolfskin Highland Trail 42. Right, what the hell do I have in it? I take a ground sheet. I'd love to say everywhere I go, but when I go on hikes I take a ground sheet. It's just this one is brand new. Hikeman Experience Nature. I bought this on Temu. The one my usual go-to is the DD Magic Carpet, but that's getting a bit old now. It has a lot of holes in it. This was cheap as chips. What's great about one of these portable ground sheets is that, like, it's a lovely spot to sit on if the ground is wet. You could even wrap yourself in it if you got caught in a real bad shower. You could turn it into a makeshift shelter. And obviously it's a ground sheet for under your tent to protect your tent. Now I'm going to throw these things out just to hold it down because it's getting windy. This is my bum bag. My 360 camera just recharging with the power bank. All that's about 2 kilos. Obviously I lost that other thing. Right. What else do I have clipped on the outside here? Is a big luxury item, that's a pillow. We'll have a look at that later when I set up the tent. The front pockets here are for as I'm walking along. Got a bar of chocolate, a mint crisp, nearly gone. Over here, the new king of jellies. It used to be Haribo Star Mix and Tang Fast Sticks. The new king of jellies is Rowntree's Randoms. Oh man, that mist is coming in, that's why it's getting so cold. Alright, first layer has to go on. Right. Oh, regatta fleece. Oh, I can feel that warmth already. Getting so misty. Okay, 2 litres of water. I drank about a litre of it. Yeah, it's in a milk bottle. Listen, reusable. Easily got squashes down nice and small tomorrow, or when I'm done with it this evening. Here I've got my lunch / dinner, cheese and salami, high energy stuff, lightweight. It was wrapped in foil, but that's gone to crap. Here's the rest of my food. Forgot my Bombay mix. Got these John West tuna tins, some porridge for the morning, another John West for my lunch tomorrow, and a mint crisp. Don't have the Bombay mix. Bad medicine, my friend. Right, that's pulling stuff out of the main pouch. In my front pouch I have a windbreaker. Wasn't too much heavy rain forecast, so I didn't pack a heavy duty rain jacket or poncho. This is my down fleece, my down jacket. Nice and warm jacket. It's from Decathlon, so it's quite inexpensive. Right, we got a spare jocks, spare socks. These are my merino wool nighttime clothes, long pants and long top. 2 litres of water for tomorrow. That's the weight, man, do you know what I mean? That's 4 kg with just those 2 litres. Have my cook kit, have a look at that in more detail in the morning when I'm doing my brekkie. And then here's the big things. My camping mat, which is a Thermarest Neo Air X-Therm. Also Thermarest is my, what's it called again? A Vesper quilt, a down quilt, man. This thing's unbelievable. It goes down to -6 Celsius rated. I love that quilt. And here is my accommodation for the evening. It's a Nightcat 1-person tent, and it's a hiking pole tent. They're based off the Lanshan tent. I've read online that they are made in the same factory as the Lanshan. The Lanshan are a super popular hiking pole tent, super lightweight. It's only 1 kg. So like this weighs the same. One of these weighs half of those bottles of water. Do you know what I mean? The bottle of water when it's full is 2 kg. This is 1 kg. So it's called Nightcat. It's a hiking pole tent. I'm going to do a little video of it in a minute, and I'll put it in as a separate link in the description, or if I figure out how to embed it into the video, it'll be there on the screen. I don't know how to do that yet. But yeah, it's basically the Lanshan one, which is a super popular tent. Yup. That's it for the main pocket. That's it for the front pocket. All side pockets. These little pockets. So what do we have left? Because it's April, bro, we've got a woolly hat, got neoprene gloves. It can get quite cold. Now I'm hoping, even though I know it's not in here, I'm hoping I open this and there's a Bombay mix in here. Alright, and here I've got a little tub of coffee, I've got my sunblock, which is 30, factor 30. I've got my insect repellent, which is the Skin So Soft. It's a moisturizer, but I think it has like citronella added just by pure fluke, so it keeps bugs away. And I have washing up liquid. I've got my toothbrush, toothpaste, a scrubber for my pot, and a drying cloth for my pot. And that is it. Oh, that's not everything. I've got some biodegradable wipes. I've got my glasses case because I wear glasses, and I've got my first aid kit. Ibuprofen, Nurofen, stuff to stop you going to the bathroom, stuff to help you going to the bathroom, antihistamines, indigestion stuff, antiseptic wipes, alcohol wipes. What else? Bit of Sudocreme, antiseptic cream, a tampon, and lots of plasters. If I gotta explain to you what a tampon does, just imagine having a blood nose, and you know, that's all my stuff. All that stuff weighs about 15 kg. But look at this now all around. Where's my beautiful sunny day gone? So look, in a way I suppose I'm glad and I'm lucky I didn't push on to Galtee or Galtymore, because it's gone too pot. Oh, hi. So it's weird, I have it set up. I had to walk around and find a bit of coverage for my phone, and I had to look it up on YouTube because it was just weird. Don't have enough pegs for what it seems like. This door is so strange, and there's a huge gap here. Now I have the tent set up. I was thinking of setting it up because the profile of it, it's a bit more narrow this way, as you can see. So I was thinking it'll be a bit more aerodynamic pointing that way. Now the wind has shifted a little bit, so the wind is blowing at the door at the moment, and there's such a large space. So for example, look at this. Here's the tent peg that I'm using. Here's the tent peg. There's like, I'd have to start the tent peg here, drop it down. Look at that. There's a huge gap here, and the wind is blowing that direction. It's quite cold. So what a strange way. Now with the YouTube clip I watched, said that's how you set it up. Yeah, it takes a little bit of getting used to. I completely reversed it anyway, because the wind was, as I was saying, I had to watch a YouTube video because I couldn't figure out. There's a peg too few. So I've got one peg left, but I've two guy lines for that side and that side. But you know what, it's grand, it goes up really quick once you know what you're doing. It's just this door setup is weird. It keeps it very high there, so you definitely want to have that backside facing the wind. I would have had a rough night's sleep there. Now I'm glad I turned it all around, but I turned it around pretty quick, and because that was when I turned it around, it was my second time setting it up, it was a lot easier. Right, when I put all my stuff in it, might be dark by then, but I will show it, and I will show me lying down, and I do have a light for the camera, so it shouldn't be too bad. Right. Alright, so let me get in and let's take a look. Oi! My capping mat is the Neo Air X-Term. Oh man, it's a bit, you can't really sit up in it, can you? Not really for sitting up in. Oi! Oi! Oh, it's going to be cozy. It's going to be cozy. I don't like that that's so close to my face. Yeah, I think I have enough leg room and stuff. Yeah, that's alright. It's a little bit cozy. The bed. Here is my lava all set up. I tell you what, I tell you something that what are they called? The ground sheet thingies. just to have one as handy. I swear to God, I've never put this tent up, as I was saying a while ago, and I didn't realise the lack of headroom because the way it slopes and all that. It's nice and tall in the front there at the apex of it, but the way it goes off to the back and that, you just can't sit up. Now I'm 6 foot tall, right? So it's just about long enough for me, but you need that sit up room. Like, I'd like to sit up and read a book. That's why I brought the glasses I showed earlier. I'd even sit up and look at the old phone or do anything at all, you know, but I can't sit up and it's awkward. But I just sat out there. I ate some of my food, just chilled out for a bit, checked out the football score, see how old Wolves got on today. Excuse me, stuffed. And they lost, of course. Worst Premier League team in history, relegated anyway, so c'est la vie. So I'm going off to bed. That's why I turned it on, just to say nighty night. I might go over. Morning, campers. It was a good night. I'm not a fan of that tent. There's my lovely tent there now with Galtymore and Galtymore in the background. That's today's challenge. Yeah, nice bit of recovery in the legs now. They're not feeling too tired till I start hiking, I suppose, with that bag. What is that? Is that a person? Oh, that's a sheep. Oi! I just have a bit of water on the boil there for my coffee. Here's another look now. I tell you, this ground sheet, man, has been the best thing. They always come in so handy, and you wouldn't think of bringing one, and it packs so small and is so light. There's no good excuse to not bring it, except for the weight and size, which are negligible. As for the tent, I don't like it, to be honest. It's small, man. It's very small inside. Every tent I have for solo camping is a 2-person tent. So you just get that extra little bit of room for your gear and just for whatever, like, you know. Even though there's plenty of, what would you call this space out here? Storage area just outside the sleeping area. But you can't sit up in it. You're just... like my sleeping bag, my quilt got wet from touching off the side, condensation. So did my pillow. Not very wet now, but you could just feel it in the 2-person tent. My go-to, my bomb-proof, is the MSR Hubba Hubba. That tent will never be defeated. As soon as it bursts, I'm buying another one immediately. So this is the only 1-person tent I have. And I only bought it because it was going to be lighter than, it's about a kg lighter than the MSR tent that I have. Right, let's have a look at the view. Okay, there's enough of that. Don't have any view. That direction is Galtymore, which I'm going to hopefully hit today. I had considered going back the route that I came up in order to try to find my electronics that I lost. But I'm just going to push on with my planned hike. And hopefully it clears up. That's it. Coffee time. Okay, I'm all packed up and ready to go. Let's just have a look at the... That's where we were. The royal we. That's where my tent was. Leave no trace, sir. Not a bit left behind. Any old stray person that comes along here would not know there's someone spent the night there, which is how it should be. Take only photos and leave only footprints. It's quite cold, man. Look at my big red face. It's quite chilly in this mist, and earlier on when the mist went away, look at the sun. Earlier on when the mist went away, yeah, look at that, it's trying to come through. Come on, baby. When the mist went away earlier on, it got nice and warm. So fingers crossed that happens again. Bones, the bones. Look at this. It's kind of gross, isn't it? Ribs and spines and skulls. That poor dude got picked apart. What do we hear? Hip bones, a pelvis. It's kind of gross, but sure, look. Right, I'm at the very base here of... I don't know. I'm at the very base here of Galtymore. That is it. Right there, you can see all those higgledy-piggledy rocks on top. It is very rocky with these big boulders on top. I've been up there before. I am not going up there today because it is not on my 100 highest list. It's a nice hike. It's nice to take in Galtee Mountains and Galtymore and finish a hike coming up the Black Road. I do have that in my YouTube channel there, the hike from the Black Road car park to the top of Galtymore. Oh no, I don't have any with Galtee Beag actually. I don't know why I said all that. The bones! Okay. Whoa! Galtee Beag is there. There's the view that you get coming up from the Black Road. The path is away down there somewhere, I can see it. Don't know if it's on the screen. And there's Galtymore. Lake Deheen, I think, is the one down here. I'll put the name of it on the screen because I might be wrong. Let me extend the old pole here. There's the lake below. You can see a sheep there just on the edge of it, which kind of maybe gives it a bit of perspective. And this vertical drop from Galtymore down there is always breathtaking, always upsets my... I don't have vertigo, but I always think that this is what it must be like to have vertigo, because I always feel a bit dizzy looking out at that. My perspective, my equilibrium or something just gets a bit discombobulated. So here I am, the one and only Galtymore. Yup, once again, here we go. Mwah. Happy to see this. I've been up here a fucking billion times, man. I love it. I just turned it on just to say that I'm halfway now between Galtymore and Lyracappul. But there's this gorgeous lake here, dude. That's why I turned it on. Just have a look at that. There's no view going back towards Galtymore. That sucks. So that's it. That's the only reason I turned it on. Oh, have we a view of Galtymore? Not really. It's very misty. A nice big stack of rocks there, a nice big cairn. There's lovely stone walls as you come down off Galtymore. There's one over there, look. It's class. Stop for a water break. Look at that, that's down to nearly half full. That's another kg off my bag. So the 2 litres I drank yesterday. Just less than a litre now gone out of that. Oh, nothing to see, no scenery. But this is the top of Lyracappul, which I guess has something to do with a horse. I'll put the spelling of it and the height of it on the screen, and what the Irish name is and what the English translation of the Irish name is. Figure that out. That's a Lyracappul behind me, but up in front of me. Oh my god. Oh, that is huge. That is huge. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but from here it looks bigger than Galtymore. From when I headed up Galtymore, from the base of it, or from the kind of the saddle between Galtymore and Galtee Beag, that looks bigger. Crazy, man. There's Lyracappul there. What did I call that one? Slívna, I don't know. Slívna something. Slívna Bonia or something. Feck, I'm getting that wrong, haven't I? And I think Galtymore's in behind the clouds there. Hard to tell because of the clouds. And I guess then, oh, maybe you can't see it on the screen, they're poking over the top of that. Probably Galtee Beag. Oh my god. This is up Temple Hill here, which looks like nothing behind me now. It just looks like it's flat, but it's deadly. Oh, beautiful scenery. A few lads down there on scramblers. Don't know if you can hear them. 3 lads. I was debating there if they came over and said they'd give me a spin to the top, would I take it? It would definitely take away the achievement of it. But man, I love it. Would I do it or wouldn't I? Be an ethical dilemma. Whew. That Temple Hill, man. I've never been so happy to see the top of a mountain, ever. Right, let's have a look. Whoop. Oh, it's a serious stack of rocks, man. You think of the lads that put these rocks here then. Jesus. You think of the lads that put these rocks here. They would have had to climb up here and maybe stay up here and build all these cairns. Amazos. Look at these guys. Hello, moo cows. They're only babies. They're still curious as to what the heck is that thing. I'm a people. Close that gate. So I'm just coming to the end of my walk and I'm about to come out onto the main road at Anglesborough. I'm doing a Glen Bay traverse next month. So I'll be pretty much bringing the exact same stuff again. Hopefully I'll be a bit fitter. That's been another rude awakening. I never feel tired coming downhill on hikes. But coming down from the top of Temple Hill over to Paradise Hill and down to here now, I felt it. I had to take a break. I never have to take a break from the tiredness of walking downhill, and I had to. So that'll tell you how zapped I was, how zapped I am. So with that, I'm signing off. It was fantastic. 4 mountains from the 100 highest list, an overnight camp in the Galtees with every item of food, water and clothing carried on my back, and camping gear lest we forget. Oh. Now, where's my spin? Because I'm back to civilization. Yay! An actual road. Oh, do you know what? The feeling of the hard tarmac on my legs is actually a bit of a relief. Oh.